President McDonald, members of our esteemed Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and honor as the Logan University Provost to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. Mr. Fred Rogers once said, "Often, when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else." I can't think of a more fitting time than commencement to apply that sentiment. While commencement represents the culmination of your academic journey at Logan, it also symbolizes the beginning of something great. Your future. To say you've made it is an understatement and doesn't quite capture the full picture of what you've accomplished. Unlike your predecessors, you've endured additional hardships, physical, social, and emotional. Don't let those moments hold you back. Don't let them rob your happiness or define who you are. Remember, you are resilient, and you have chosen to rise above it. And this milestone today is just one of many accomplishments you will reach. On behalf of Logan University, I congratulate your tremendous accomplishments. I am grateful for your friends and family who stood by you and supported you throughout your time at Logan, especially during the last few months. And while we can't be together in person today, I stand here proud of each and every one of you on this achievement. It is with great pleasure that I declare this commencement ceremony open. The flags on stage acknowledge the student body at Logan University, which includes students from the United States of America, the islands of the Bahamas, Bangladesh, Belarus, Canada, Colombia, France, Ghana, Honduras, India, Lebanon, Mexico, Nepal, New Zealand, Pakistan, Peru, Puerto Rico, Rwanda, Somalia, South Korea, Switzerland, Syria, Trinidad and Tobago, the United Kingdom, and Venezuela. Dean of the College of Chiropractic and Associate Provost, Dr. Joseph Pfeiffer, will now lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing with your hand over your heart for the national anthem previously performed by St. Louis Philharmonic Orchestra on the stage of the William D. Purser DC Center. Would the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Professor, Dr. Dana Mercer, DC, please come forward to give the invocation?
Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for life, for health, and for the daily opportunities which by your grace are granted to us to perceive the bounty of your work and the wonders of your mystery. We thank you for the love of family and friends who enrich our lives and in whom our earthly lives have meaning. We rejoice this day in the celebration for the accomplishments of those gathered here, the incredible class of August 2020. We ask that your Spirit be manifested among us as we recognize the degree recipients. Bless them and their families. Thank you for fellowship, that we as a whole may share these moments even as individuals. May this day be to your honor and glory, and we pray in your holy name. Amen.
I would now like to invite our 7th president, J. Clay McDonald, DC, MBA, JD, to come forward. Dr. McDonald is a first-generation college graduate who developed a thirst for knowledge and a passion for learning during his undergraduate career that continues to this day. He is a proud member of the Logan College of Chiropractic, class of 1982. After earning his DC degree, Dr. McDonald used the skills and knowledge he learned at Logan to transform and elevate the lives of his patients through his work at a successful multidisciplinary clinic that linked chiropractic, medical, physical therapy, and mental health, which he co-owned and operated. Dr. McDonald is a proven leader in advancing chiropractic and other health professions through collaboration and integration with other healthcare providers. With a passion for the transformative abilities of chiropractic and a strong understanding that education improves lives, Dr. McDonald then embarked on a career in higher education that has allowed him the privilege of positively impacting chiropractic for generations to come through his work in various roles with 4 different chiropractic programs. In 2013, Dr. McDonald was sworn in as the 7th president of Logan University by the Board of Trustees and charged with elevating the university through the growth of programs and modeling chiropractic as a respected and integrated part of the healthcare system to ensure the lasting life, legacy, and mission of Logan University. With all of his substantial educational experiences and his service with other chiropractic institutions, his heart has always been and will always be with Logan. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce the president of our university, Dr. J. Clay McDonald.
Thank you, Dr. O'Reilly. On behalf of Logan University, I welcome you to our 192nd Commencement Ceremony. Today, we honor and celebrate our August 2020 graduates who now call themselves Doctors of Chiropractic. The journey you took to get here has been neither easy nor carefree, but most of it was expected. The demands of your courses, the arduous hours you'd spend studying techniques and preparing for exams, the mental challenges you'd face working towards a doctoral degree. Yes, the path you chose more than 3 years ago was not an easy one, but you were prepared and up for the challenge. Nothing could stand in your way. Unfortunately, challenges none of us could have fathomed got in our way, and without your direction or control, those challenges determined where you could go, who you could see, and how you would spend your last few months at Logan. But did that stop you? No. Did that stand in the way of earning your degree? No. Has it challenged you? Absolutely. You are stronger and more aware of what you are capable of as a doctor of chiropractic and leader in the healthcare profession. Life will hand you your share of challenges, some of which you'll elect, and others that will be unprecedented, leaving you no choice but to face them head on. In those latter moments that you will no doubt discover the potential you hold and the individual you seek to become. This experience, as different as it has been, has provided you with some gifts that often become clear during uncertain times: patience, perspective, and perseverance. My hope is that patience has allowed you to move more thoughtfully in your words and actions, that you have a greater appreciation of the things you've earned and that will come your way in the future. My hope is that perspective has given you the opportunity to view the world of healthcare and your role a bit differently. Perhaps it has inspired you to renew your commitment to supporting and advancing the profession, or to think of serving as a leader of your community. As for perseverance, I hope that these weeks and months have taught you to never give up. That while obstacles may stand in your way, they can't keep you down. After all, the world and your patients need you to stay the course. Remember, as you go forward, to embrace change and challenges. Look for opportunities that test your courage and seek the paths, but not necessarily the easy ones, that will lead you to a brighter future. With that, I'm pleased to welcome our commencement speaker, 2010 Logan graduate, Dr. Lauren Hendricks, to today's graduation ceremony. Dr. Hendricks earned a bachelor's degree in exercise science and physiology before continuing her chiropractic education at Logan. During her time here, she was a Red Badge in the Biofree Sports and Rehabilitation Center, completed a master's degree in sports and rehabilitation, and became certified to perform Graston technique. She was a part of a research group studying dynamic and static treatment of the lower extremity complaints with Graston technique. Today, Dr. Hendricks continues to study the latest research in spinal care, injury rehabilitation, and injury prevention, and specializes in treating spinal pain and extremity injuries at her practice, West County Spine and Joint. She serves as assistant cross-country coach at Marquette High School and previously served as assistant coach to the St. Louis Blazers Track Club. Dr. Hendricks takes pride in helping people lead healthier lives and feels honored that her patients trust her with their health care. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Hendricks as your commencement speaker.
Thank you, Dr. McDonald and all faculty at Logan for asking me to share in this special day with the August 2020 graduates. It seems like just yesterday that I walked across the stage that you are all about to virtually walk across. In reality, I walked across the stage and blinked, and now 10 years has passed. I feel honored to share in that special moment with each of you, even if it is much different than we would all originally had planned. But we'll get to life going according to Plan F in just a little bit. We live in a world where everything seems like it's instant gratification. The overarching goal of Apple and Google is to know what we want and what we need before we know we need it. These amazing algorithms are also the reason that my husband has stopped asking what the packages are at the front door almost every day. I mean, I had to buy that adorable baby boy outfit that the Facebook ad marketed to me for our new little baby Maddox, and the new shoes that Google suggested to me, and the new running outfit from Lululemon that their Instagram ad suggested to me as I was scrolling through Instagram instead of doing my notes at the end of a long day at the office. Each of those things was just one click away. Computer programs help us make these decisions in an instant. It also makes me spend a little more money than I had planned, also in an instant. But I did get adorable pictures of baby Maddox in that new outfit, and I ran a little faster than expected in my first race back in those new shoes in that new outfit. What I don't see, and what you don't see, when you place those one-click orders is what went on in the background. The computer programmer that went to coding camps in high school. The girl that went to the new STEM camp in middle school that was motivated to work through 4 years of college and beyond, then to work tirelessly to create programs that are one step ahead of our brains and in the end, help feed my online shopping problem. You and I get groceries delivered within the hour, but other professionals spent countless more hours, more than that, to develop those programs to make it happen. You see, I love that instant gratification, but I also love the process of delayed gratification, and so do you, whether you realize it yet or not. It's no wonder that black and white are my two favorite colors, polar opposites, yet balance each other out.
This fact leads me to 5 life lessons I want to share with you today as you embark on creating the life of your dreams. Allow me to give you a glimpse into these 5 principles that I use to guide my life and will help steer you in your first years out of school and into practice. In my life, running is what allows me to put purpose and context to each part. Lesson number 1, take care of the small things and the big things will take care of themselves. As I was first researching and thinking what I wanted to speak to 100 already intelligent, driven individuals about, the first speech that I listened to was Navy Admiral William McRaven, who addressed the University of Texas at Austin in 2014. His premise was, change the world by making your bed. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. I rode horses from the age of 9 on. My parents' rule was that I always had to be involved in something else besides riding. Eventually, I started running cross country just down the street at Marquette High School. I wasn't last, but I certainly won nothing those first few years. No one in my family had ever run, and I really just wanted to go to the barn and ride my horse, and that's it. But thankfully, my parents held true to their rule of you must do an activity that doesn't involve smelling like a barn rule, and I kept running. The coach that I had valued the process. He valued doing the little things so that the big things would take care of themselves. He never told us that we had to win or set state records. He told us that we had to do drills and long runs and fast workouts and ice baths and stretch. Every day, year by year, I did those things. The short runs, the drills, the stretching, the ice bath, the mental strategy sessions. I did everything that Coach Carey told me to do. We never went into a season saying that we had to run a sub 5-minute mile or break a state record in order to be successful. I did what I had been taught, tried hard, and eventually I found myself leaving high school with the things I never knew I could accomplish. Google isn't the only thing that can predict the future. The state championships and records didn't set my stage for my future successes. The daily grind set the stage for future accomplishments. No one, including myself, and I'm sure my parents, ever would have guessed that when I was starting to run, I would leave with such wonderful accomplishments. Those races and medals meant the world to me at the time, and let's be honest, I still absolutely relive my glory days as I'm pushing baby Maddox in the jog stroller down Clayton Road in the mornings, planning my next race. But it's been decades since those glory days, and now what remains are not the times, as those records have long since been broken, but the life lesson that I didn't know I was learning at the time. All I did each day were the small things done consistently that created greatness. In our world of social media, we see instant successes, other practices or businesses that seem to blow up overnight. What we don't see is the risk of putting life savings into starting that practice that then 15 years later becomes that $1 million wonderful practice, or the night spent up until 2 a.m. at the office, or the struggle to find and hire the right staff to work your plan. We are all an overnight sensation 30 years in the making. I challenge you as you enter into your chosen profession to focus on the small things. You have the unique ability to change a person's life every single day. Make the conscious choice to impact a life in that Australian vacation or the dream home you want to build. Paying for your child's college education or having that $1 million practice will come naturally. Take care of the little things and the big things will take care of themselves. Lesson number 2. Here comes what I mentioned to you when we first got together. Make a plan, but know that life rarely happens according to plan A. We jokingly say in our household that plan F tends to be pretty flippin' awesome. Make your plan and follow step 1 by doing the little things to achieve the goal you set out for yourself, but take the blinders off. Being open to opportunities you didn't know you wanted will lead you where you want to go. You have to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of that opportunity. It doesn't matter what your life looks like right now. You have to see yourself down the road, and dream killers will come repeatedly. They'll come in the form of someone laughing at your goal, telling you that you can't see that many patients in a day, or that their technique is better than yours. Dream killers will come in the form of a global pandemic, having your education go virtually, having your board exam rescheduled 2 or 3 times, a family member with a bad attitude, a loan officer that doesn't approve your small business loan, in employee quitting, divorce, financial burdens, and hundreds of things that you haven't even thought of yet. Those can stop a dream in an instant if you let it. Stay the course, and slowly but surely you will meet your goals. Having the vision is having the power. My husband watched the Ironman World Championships on TV when he was a kid, sometime around 1990. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Ironman is a 140.6 mile day that consists of a 2.4 mile swim, a 112 mile bike, and then a marathon, or a 26.2 mile run. The highest achievement in Ironman racing is qualifying for the World Championships in Kailua Kona, Hawaii. Think Boston Marathon times 1,000. He had never done a triathlon before, and at the time wasn't into the sports of swimming, biking, or running. But he told himself that he wanted to do that race one day. I'll fast forward right now and tell you that on November 4th, 2017, 27 years since watching that race on TV, he qualified for the Ironman World Championships by winning Ironman Florida at the ripe age of 42. Did he accomplish that goal in a linear path? Absolutely not. I wish he have, because that would have made things a little easier on me as well. But we'd like to think that we keep going up and up and up until we reach our end destination or goal. In reality, it's 4 steps forward, 3 steps back, 10 steps forward, 6 steps back, and so on. I know that Matt had originally planned on starting to do triathlons, train hard, get fast, and qualify for the Ironman World Championships. A simple, straightforward path to success. If you were to look at his story today from 50,000 feet, all you'd see is a skinny dude in spandex that looks like he's always been fast. He's always been talented, and that he's just used to winning international races. What you don't see are the ups and downs that led to that magical day on November 4th. What actually took place was not a continual up. His path was start doing triathlons, lose a little weight, get a little faster, win a couple of races, do his first Ironman, have his first baby, do another Ironman and not finish, start chiropractic school, then not train as much. We both remember how hard school was. Do more races, again not train as much because he's still in school, have rough times in his marriage, do another Ironman, have another baby, not work out as much because again, babies are hard. Graduate chiropractic school, do another Ironman, get divorced, do another Ironman, change coaches, change jobs, get remarried, change coaches again, get faster, win races, do another Ironman just to get 9th and not qualify, then do another Ironman a year later to painfully place 7th and not qualify again, work his butt off for a year with the goal of winning an Ironman, then doing that Ironman a year later in the best shape of his life just to have his bike break halfway through and not even finish the race. And then 3 weeks later, drive down to Florida by himself to win Ironman Florida and thus achieve a lifelong goal of qualifying for the Ironman World Championships, the hardest day in sport. Each of the hardest things in his last 15 years, moving, school, divorce, kids, remarrying, bike breaking in a race, all of those things could have been dream killers if he let them. I know some days he wanted to let them be those dream killers, but in the end, he chose to stay the course. It wasn't the path that he originally planned on, but he'd be the first to tell you that taking the short way has never been his style and has made the fruits of his labors even more sweet. I'd also like to tell you what the ups and downs were like running his support crew on and off the course, but that's an entirely different speech, and I know you are all anxious to virtually receive the most expensive piece of paper you will ever have. So remember when you see that perfect picture or that perfect post on social media and you wonder why that person got it easier than you ever could have. Stop, pause, and take a moment to know that you were only seeing that person's highlight reel and that everyone has different challenges on their path to their picture of success. When you're down and think that achieving your dream goal is impossible, that is when to press forward. That is when you do more work than you think you can at that very moment. That's when you go for a 5-mile run. That is when you go to your office at midnight to plan your next year's marketing strategy. The best time to do a little extra is when you think you don't have any extra to give. Follow your plan, but also take the roads that life leads you down. You must take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime in the lifetime of the opportunity. Lesson number 3, let purpose guide your life. Purpose is the reason that gets you up in the morning besides making money. We all want to make money and lots of it. We all want that comfortable lifestyle. And trust me, I will be the first to tell you that I want a big old fancy horse that can jump over big old fancy things, and a matching big old fancy truck with trailer to pull that big fancy horse, and a house with a big backyard and an outside kitchen and a pool to celebrate and hang out in after me and my horse and his kid and his pony win a big fancy horse show. But I have never once walked into my office with that price tag as my goal for the day. Don't be obsessed with money. Be obsessed with improvement. Be obsessed with the process. Be obsessed with the daily grind. The tangibles will follow. A great example of this comes from Southwest Airlines. Southwest states that their purpose is to connect people to what is important in their lives through friendly, reliable, and low-cost travel. Back years ago at a Southwest board meeting, someone came to the meeting and said, I know how we can raise our bottom line $350 million overnight, today. All we have to do is charge for bags. Everyone else is doing it. Gary Kelly, the CEO of Southwest, thought to himself, if we charge for bags, we violate the purpose of our company. Charging for bags is the same cost as a ticket to Disney World. He stood up and told the board of directors that we are not charging for bags, but they could leave and go find that $350 million somewhere else. The marketing team and advertising agency got to work, and under the guidance of Roy Spence, marketed the heck out of the Bags Fly Free campaign. A year later, that same board meeting got back together to revisit how that campaign had gone for them. The Southwest CEO stated how much that ad had generated them. They turned down an instant $350 million, and 1 year later, they had earned $1.2 billion, all for following their purpose and not following other companies. You can only be you. If you try to be something or someone else, you will only be a worse version of them. Be the best version of your authentic self, and the successes will follow. Lesson number 4, help everyone, including your closest competitor. Motivational audios have played at our house almost every day the last 5 years. It drove me nuts at first, and then a month or so into it, I changed my mindset and learned to enjoy them. When I think back on Matt's multiple-year journey to winning an Ironman, I know he played at least 700 motivational audios at our house on a daily basis. Prior to that magical day, of course. One that we listened to frequently was with Simon Sinek. Simon is an author, motivational speaker, and marketing consultant. In the talk, he states how he hates the self-help industry. It's all about how you can be happy. What are the 5 steps you can follow to be a millionaire? What are the 7 steps you can follow to get the career you want? Me, 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 me. What about helping the guy next to you? What are the 5 steps that you can take today to help the patient in front of you stop taking opioids? What are the 7 steps you can take to help the patient in front of you lose 15 pounds and lead a healthier lifestyle? What are the 4 steps you can take to help the couple struggling with infertility to conceive? Fulfillment comes from doing something else for someone else. You get to do this every day for the rest of your life. A recent statistic says that 90% of people are unfulfilled or unhappy at work. Why? Because they sit in their cubicle and they only leave when they need something from someone else, when they need someone to help them. Not you. Logan prepares you to lead a life of helping other humans to achieve their fullest potential. You may be happy now because of the successes you've had in school or because you're sitting at virtual graduation. But stop for a moment. The success Logan has let you have is merely step number 1 in helping others. Years from now, you'll be more proud of the lives you helped to change, not your GPA or the cords around your neck. You get more out of helping someone else in need than your richest day in practice. For example, Amanda Peterson was a classmate of mine while I was at Logan. An outgoing, smart woman with a passion for helping women and children. Amanda was shot in the Las Vegas Country Music Festival in 2017. She had a pediatric and pregnancy-focused practice in California, and right after it was clear the severity of her injuries, strangers, friends, colleagues, and classmates banded together to support her. Local doctors donated their time to cover her practice at no cost to Dr. Amanda so that her patients could continue to receive the care they needed and so that she would continue to have a little income while she was recovering in the intensive care unit in Las Vegas, far from her home in California. I guarantee that the doctors covering her office during those difficult months, they felt their richest, most fulfilling days in practice in her office, working for free, than they ever did during record-breaking days in their own offices. Don't you want to wake up and go to work every day with the sole purpose of helping someone else? And last but not least, my personal favorite, lesson number 5. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Create your perfect opportunity. We are all quick to hold everyone else to the fire, but don't hold ourselves to the fire. So what if you weren't given money from your parents to go to school and now you have student loans? So what a pandemic changed your education to virtual at the end? So what you had to reschedule your part 3 of national boards? So what you had a divorce during school? So what your girlfriend broke up with you last night? So what your mom and dad aren't here to celebrate with you? So what you don't have a ranch with that perfect white picket fence? So what the curriculum changed while you were in school? So you don't have a job offer yet. You are in control of you. You create your habits create your day, and your days create your life. Once you go all in and say you are not quitting until you're successful, that is the day you become successful. Those that aren't successful think that those at a high level of society are literally cut from a different cloth, that they are a different breed from them, and that they can't get those things. We are all made from the same cloth. We all have 24 hours in a day. The difference between Oprah and someone who is poor is how they use their 24 hours. I went from being moderately successful in someone else's office to starting my own solo practice, to hiring my husband as our second doctor, and then hiring our longtime assistant after she graduated from Logan last year to be our third doc. What changed? I changed. Insurance companies didn't change for me. My patients didn't change for me. The pandemic didn't stop because I needed to provide for my family. I changed. My 24 hours changed. To get the life you want, you create it for yourself. You owe you. No one else owes you. Every day you update your phone or your computer. What do you do every single day to update yourself? Do you have the same operating system that you had last year? You buy a product and you don't like it and you demand your money back. When was the last time that you demanded money back from yourself? When was the last time that you didn't succeed and you held to yourself to the fire and you told yourself, you know what? I'm not getting up on time. I'm not getting up for a workout. I'm not showing up for my patients. I'm not communicating the way they need to hear things. I didn't study for the test the right way. To get the life you want, create it for yourself. To quote Dr. Eric Thomas, you owe you. No one else owes you. You know what you want, now go out there and take it. To you, Logan University class of 2020, you're moments away from officially virtually graduating. Moments away from changing lives, moments away from the best of times and the hardest of times. It will not be easy, but you have been trained well and are ready for the challenge. Remember, do the little things and the big things will take care of themselves, but that life rarely happens according to plan A. Follow your purpose and you will be successful. Help everyone you come into contact with and take charge of creating your perfect life. Thank you.
Each commencement, the student body chooses a faculty speaker. For this commencement, Dr. Donna Manello, DC, was chosen. Dr. Manello earned her Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Logan University in 1987. She went from teaching part-time at Logan to becoming a full-time instructor after completing a residency at Lindell Hospital. Now, a full professor, Dr. Manello's passion for education and chiropractic has kept her at Logan ever since. Dr. Manello was the first recipient of Logan University's Dr. Beatrice Hagen Award. She's been active in her community and the healthcare profession, serving the Missouri Institute for Community Health and the Missouri State Board of Health, to name just a few. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Donna Manello.
Well, good morning to all. Welcome to the class of August 2020, your family, friends, and loved ones. I do hope that you are all doing well. Thank you for allowing me the honor of sharing this momentous occasion with you. And on behalf of the faculty, I extend our congratulations to all of our graduates, as well as their family and friends who have been there to support them. So today, we finally have the opportunity to formally celebrate your commencement ceremony as a Logan family. We are so proud of you, and it is a wonderful opportunity and day to recognize the culmination of your hard work and dedication. I said this to you when we first met. You are the future of our profession, and you're also the future of humanity. You are the future of this world. I must admit, it's a little hard not seeing you all here in person. I know some of you might not believe this, but for so many of the faculty, staff, and administration, we look forward to celebrating this event with you. It is often our last opportunity to see you, to say farewell and extend good wishes to the students who we care about. You know, I never miss the opportunity to talk about my wonderful and beautiful boys, nor do I ever want to miss the opportunity to spend time with you and talk to you about your family, your children, your pets, your trials and tribulations in life, basically issues that are important to you. I always am happy to be there. I so enjoy when some of you stop by my office to say hello and to let me know how things are going for you. It is hard for me to believe how quickly time has passed since we spent time together in room G102. It was actually in the spring of 2019. Although I did have the opportunity to see some of you just recently for Boards Part 4, I just look forward to seeing you. I am always also amazed when I am asked to be the faculty speaker for graduation, because deep in the recesses of my mind, I wonder, didn't these students have enough of me when we spent time together in at least 4 courses? But having said that, again, I do feel humbled by your request, and I am honored to share in your graduation ceremony. You began your journey at Logan with a desire to gain and develop skills that would allow you the opportunity to help others. For so many of you, you and your classmates became a family. You became a team, a support group, and hopefully, for many of you, a lifelong friend. You began your journey with a desire to gain and develop skills that would allow you the opportunity to help others. You have helped each other through the transitions in the curriculum and challenging learning experience. The board exams, you have shared in the celebration of some of life's most joyous events, finding love, welcoming new additions to the family, and having been a support through, sadly enough, losses and heartache. The wonderful outcome is that you endured. You have grown from these experiences and grown in ways that may help you as you continue into the next chapter of your life to help others. Today is about you and your accomplishments. Tomorrow you are out there in the world. No matter what path you are taking, you have gained new ability, new skills, and knowledge to choose and to work towards improving people's health, lifestyle habits, knowledge, overall well-being. What an amazing gift to be able to extend to others. You are beginning your career in a nation and world in turmoil. We are dealing with life-changing events and very serious health issues, growing poverty, and equality disparities that cannot be allowed to continue. My hope is that you will not be too discouraged by the way the world looks at this moment. Adversity provides humanity a chance to grow and create positive changes. It is so important that you, the future of this world, help to create a world of love and peace, a world where we are kind and show respect to all. It's important, it's essential to embrace and celebrate diversity. That is what makes life interesting. Take joy and knowledge from this experience of growth as you enter into the next chapter of your career. You have the skills and tools that are so essential. You have so much to offer to make a positive impact for so many individuals. Teamwork and collaboration, though, is so important. We cannot always accomplish as a single individual what we can as a team. We can reach so many more people and often provide new and exciting opportunities for everyone. Although today your journey may take you in different directions, I would encourage you to continue the relationship with the students, staff, faculty, or administrators who have made a difference in your life while you were here. Because, in all honesty, it doesn't end here. You can still be a support person for each other in new experiences, professionally and emotionally. Also, your education should not and will not end here. Always strive for more knowledge. Every day is another learning opportunity. Stay current with the literature, healthcare policy, and standards of care. Stagnation is unhealthy in every way. Strive to make a difference through providing the best care and education possible for your patients. Listen to them because you will learn from them. Be honest and straightforward with your patients, your family, your friends, your colleagues. If you don't know something or if you are unsure, that's okay. Remember, we're always learning. Use your skills to investigate. You have technology at your hands. My hopes for you are that you will always stay safe and healthy, that you are always surrounded by friends and loved ones, that you are always able to be there for your friends and loved ones, that you are treated with respect, but that you never forget to treat others with respect. If this pandemic has taught us anything, it should be that we are all in this together. We're all the same. Although there may be differences, that's what makes life exciting. That's what makes us unique. We need to celebrate and respect each other and our differences. Everyone deserves to be treated respectfully and recognize that we all have the same basic needs. This should, in all honesty, be the focus for all humanity, but it can begin and continue with us. No matter what your future plans are or where your path leads, there are always people out there who need your help and are counting on you to lead the way and make their life in this world a better place. We can give back in so many ways. This is just the beginning of a new and wonderful opportunity for you. Just remember, if you begin each day with an attitude of making a positive impact in this world, good things are bound to happen. You are the future. We are so proud of you. And I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed working with your class. You are awesome and will be missed. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And again, congratulations.
Today, we graduate students from the Doctorate of Chiropractic program. The Doctorate of Chiropractic is an evidence-informed, outcome-based curriculum grounded in tradition and infused with current research, technology, and proven practices to prepare practice-ready doctors who are confident and prepared to be leaders in our integrated healthcare industry. Doctorate of Chiropractic graduates are prepared to improve, maintain, and optimize the overall health and wellness of their patients through the least invasive treatments in healthcare. We are now ready to begin the part you all tuned in to see, the transitioning of our students from candidates to graduates. There are 3 activities that make up this transition process. The first is the hooding of doctorate candidates. The hood denotes scholarly and professional achievements and signifies that the candidate has now moved from candidate to graduate or master. I call Dr. Pfeiffer and Dr. Sawalik to please come forward and demonstrate the hooding activity. The second is the conferring of the degree, and the third activity is the recitation of the chiropractic oath. We will now begin the transition activities. Candidates will be presented in alphabetical order, as listed in the program. At this time, if the candidate has selected a guest hooder to participate in the hooding process at home, please have the guest hooder stand by the candidate. Now presenting to you the candidates for the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. Zakir Ahmad. Noah Aldridge. Adam Aletto. Tessa Anderson. Adam Bechert. Lindsay Holtzman Bechert. Nicholas Austin Bender. Hannah Elizabeth Bressler. Matthew John Bryan. Tershell Teresa Burrows. Tanner Burt. Kristi Leigh Church. Siera Mae Draper. Katelynn Ray Jones. Caitlin Farmer. Blake Edward French. Chad Gillis. Ismail Gonzalez. Eve Marie Greenwell. Joseph Rajay Haddad. Daniel Hartwell. John Hawkins. Brittany Marie Held. Ashley Marie Howe. Madison Nicole Hewitt. Justin James. Austin Ray Jones. Cassidy Dane Kaspersky. Robert Matthew John Kaspersky. Nate Edward Kinnison. Ryan Andrew Klepko. Brooke Alexandra Thietje. Landon Noah Lockridge. Eric Thomas Lux. Allison Ferris Marshall. Rhea Kiada McCadney. Matthew Crandall McPeak. Tim Enowin. Ashley Michael Cron. Tela Monique Perez. Ryan Power. Kennedy Nicole Renzing. Patrick S. Rivelli. Andrew Esau. Damien Sampson. Jacob Aaron Schmitz. Nakia A. Shepard. Abigail Marie Smith. Moinika S. Tapia Parrott. Emily Veazey. Kennedy Jean Volkert. Christopher Ryan Wallendish. And Gabrielle Michael Zecker. At this time, I call forth Dr. McDonald to confer the degree.
Would the candidates at home please rise? By the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Missouri and by the Board of Trustees of Logan University, I hereby confer upon each candidate presented the degree Doctor of Chiropractic and declare you fully entitled to all of its rights, responsibilities, and privileges. Please join me in celebrating all of our graduates.
Graduates, please remain standing. Would Dr. Pfeiffer please come forward to administer the chiropractic oath?
Please raise your right hands and recite this oath along with me. In accordance with the law of nature, that law which God has prescribed to all people, and in consequence of my dedication to getting the sick well by the application of that law, I promise and swear to keep, to the best of my ability and judgment, the following oath. I will observe and practice every acknowledged rule of professional conduct in relation to my profession, my patients, my colleagues, and myself. I will keep an open mind regarding the progress of my profession, providing that these progressions shall be confined within the boundaries of chiropractic science, philosophy, and art. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidences nor their dignity. And in my association with patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I shall regard and refer to my fellow chiropractor with honor, giving credit where it is due. I shall improve my knowledge and skill, firm in my resolution to justify the responsibility that the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic symbolizes and imposes. To all this I pledge myself, knowing these ideals are prescribed by the dictates of reason alone.
Doctors, you may be seated. Would Dr. Montgomery please come forward to give the benediction?
Let us pray. We thank you, O Spirit, for the opportunity to honor the accomplishments of those who have worked so hard and sacrificed so much to achieve this recognition. Go with them, and may you sanctify us as we seek to do your will. Bless those here and those tuning in with us today, and grant them good health, prosperity, fellowship with you, that they may continue to strive towards the mark of the journey before them, that they may be of service to you through service to others. May you bless their hands, their minds, and their hearts. May you help them see with your eyes the way to guide those who seek their care to return to health and to keep them there. Thank you for this day. We pray in your holy name. Amen.
From the first day you arrived at Logan University, we challenged you to become the person you are today. We pushed you, tested you, guided you, and advised you. We celebrated victories and milestones, the earning of your white coat, your induction into the health centers, and we sought to provide opportunities that would enrich, enlighten, and educate as you prepared for your future. Now it's your time. It's time to share your knowledge, your skills, your passion, and your talents in a way that inspires change and transforms behaviors. You face a future that is filled with choices, challenges, responsibilities, and excitement. Go and lead with conviction, practice with purpose and compassion, and never underestimate the power of believing in yourself, because we believe in you. Build the life you envision and make us, Logan, proud. Congratulations, graduates. Bagpipes, bring us home.